All right, now we're doing 7Q, Greatest Common Divisor. This is by RV DeKoenig, and 90% of the people like it. So we're going to find the greatest common divisor of two positive integers. The integers can be large, so we need to find a clever solution. The inputs x and y are always greater than or equal to 1. And so the greatest common divisor will always be an integer that is also greater or equal to 1. Okay. So we could do something like with a for loop, but that's really gonna, if we do a for loop, it's gonna take a long time. Let me show you, all right? So let's say for let I equal, and first off, we have to find the smaller of the two, or we're just wasting time with the big one, right? Because no matter what, the big one's not gonna have the greatest, there's not going to be the greatest common divisor between the small one and the big one. All right, so we're going to say let I equal Math.min of x and y. And if you don't know about the Math.min static method, basically it returns the smallest of the numbers given as input parameters, and basically, like right here, we're saying Math.min value 1 and value 2. Right, so that's what's going on right here. So now we're going to say, while I is greater than 0, we're going to say I minus minus. So we're going to go down from the smaller one, checking every single number. All right? So, and you can hopefully, if you just hear that sentence, you can tell that it's probably going to take a long time if we do it. It's probably going to take a long time if it's huge numbers, but let's do it anyway. So let's say if x remainder operator I equals 0, but we don't have to do the equals 0. We'll just wrap this in parentheses and say not. If there's not a remainder when x is divided by I, and if the same thing goes for y, bring it here. We'll say return I. Let's test it. All right, and so for these easy numbers, it works. But if we attempt it like this, it's going to find a big number and it's going to time out on us. All right. So now that we know that this is not going to work, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are you a mathematician? Are you a famous scholar? Because I know that I have yet to become one. That being said, let's try, what does it say here? Let's try to find a clever solution. So how would we find a clever solution? Well, how about this? Let's get this. Let's copy it. Let's open a new tab. Let's paste it. All right, greatest common divisor, right? Now let's say algorithm. Boom. And here's this thing right here, the Euclidean algorithm, right? That sounds like it's a thing. In fact, this whole thing seems like it's been around for a while. So let's get this. No. First, let's come down here to Free Code Camp, because Con, you do a great job, and you're a real inspiration to me, but you like to talk a lot. So we're going to come over here to the Euclidean algorithm thing right here by Free Code Camp. And if we go down, it will explain to us exactly why this works. And since this is all right here, I don't feel the need to explain it. Also, I don't really know. So, I mean, it says it right here or somewhere, but whatever. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to say, look, we can either do this or we can do this. So we'll just take this one right here using recursion, because it seems like it's less typing, in my opinion. So we'll come over here. Put this, now we have GCD, as we remember it was my GCD, so all we have to do is say my in front of it, copy this, turn this, boom, and let's see what happens. Test it out, and there we go, and attempt it. All right, and so basically it's using recursion and doing this, which, I mean, if we stared at it long enough, we'd understand. And if you feel like it, there it is. And here you can even read about it too, right here. But I find that to be unclever. Anyway, whatever. That being said, this is still a little bit more typing than I'd like for the end of this video. So let's come over here. Let's say /* control end star slash, that's not a star, star slash, I don't know what happened here, whatever. And then we'll just make this go down 1, and we'll say const my GCD equals A comma B, like that, and then we'll have an arrow right here. So since this is an if statement, we can definitely use a ternary operator. And if you don't know about the ternary or conditional operator, it's the only JavaScript operator that takes 3 operands, a condition followed by a question mark, then an expression to execute if the condition is truthy followed by a colon, and finally the expression to execute if the condition is falsy. And this operator is frequently used as an alternative to an if-else statement. All right, and that's what we're using it for. So for the condition, we're going to use this as the condition. If B equals 0, question mark, we're going to return A. If not, we're going to return this right here. Get it all the way to the parenthesis right there and put that right there. And let's test it out. And look, it works. Awesome. Attempt it. And there we go. So with a little bit of Google searching, also another reason I am hesitant to explain this is because if you type, look at this, what happens when we do this? Copy this, put this in, now push Wikipedia. All right, and we do this. Basically, Euclid, who came up with this, came up with it 2,323 years ago. So I hate reinventing the wheel. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you love reinventing wheels. Maybe you think, wow, let me turn that block into a round thing and stick some sticks in it and make a wheel. Yeah, I'm not cool with that. So instead of that, just use what's available right here. In my opinion, you can do whatever you want. It's none of my business. All right. So we'll submit it right there. And you see right here, they did the same thing. And then here's this. This is a way to do it, but it results in the same thing, obviously. And so here's all these. Let's go over to mine. Best practice, in my opinion. Very much like it. And we'll see you next time.